But first I want to say, I'm back. Revamped. The madness never ends. What's going on, my bueno people, and welcome back, yes, back to my review of the FNAF movie. We saw it in theaters last Thursday, the preview day, and then we watched it, I think, on Friday night with my friend Michael. As you can see, I'm wearing a Freddy Fazbear hat. My wife and I went to the preview. She went as Glam Rock Chica. I'll put a picture up here. And then I went as Glam Rock Freddy, our own versions of the Glam Rock animatronics. So we were the only ones dressed up at our showing, but there was a lot of people in FNAF gear. Oh no, there was a purple guy. There was a purple guy there. But our theater was just full. It was packed. Everybody was clapping. Everybody was laughing. So this is a spoiler. I mean, we're a weekend. It's a spoiler review from the jump. It feels like FNAF 1. You know, you've got the security guard trying to get out of the office, and then, you know, Foxy gets him and whatnot. And I thought that was really cool that he didn't talk or anything. And then I heard somewhere that Pat revealed that maybe it was supposed to be Markiplier who was supposed to be that guard, which I thought would have been cool. But I feel like personally they should utilize Markiplier in a different way. He's so talented that I think making him that opening guard and killing him off just doesn't feel right to me. But that was great. I'm not gonna go into like a step-by-step thing of what happens in the movie. I'm just gonna give my thoughts. I loved Josh Hutcherson as Mike Schmidt. I had theories about Mike. I was really hoping that Mike would have been, rather than Garrett being the younger brother, the one who gets taken away in the car, I was thinking Mike got abducted when he was younger or taken away from his father, and ended up becoming Mike Schmidt rather than Mike Afton. And that was just a memory that was in his head. No, it was his younger brother Garrett, and he's Mike Schmidt. I still think he's adopted. I feel like there's some stuff there, but like not from, like, he's not an Afton, but he could be an Emily, which I think would be throw him more into it than normal. But you know, right now we have Mike Schmidt, we got Abby Schmidt, we got Garrett Schmidt, and Mom and Dad Schmidt. So yeah, so I'm just gonna throw that out of the way right now, that theory got blown away. Through the movie, so I thought Vanessa was going to be like Vanessa from the games and kind of already be corrupted and trying to throw Mike off. I was close. I was very close. But Vanessa ended up being good, and the daughter of William Afton. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I want to get at. Here's my theory, and my wife agrees with me. I think the yellow-haired boy, the one in the striped shirt, I think that is, and we know he's Golden Freddy, but I think that's William Afton's son. I think she's got a younger brother that she doesn't remember, that she doesn't know about. And I think he was his first kill. I know in the lore suit, I am the first, but I personally think that he was the first one, and he's got his, if that is his son, I do think he's got his father's serial killer blood in him. Just the way he watched him in the final scene, just sitting there and happy. It just makes sense that he's blonde, Vanessa's blonde, and Afton is kind of blonde. I don't know. Speaking of Afton, people throwing fits about Afton, and I'm like, why are you throwing a fit? Like, they're like, oh, there wasn't enough of him. Like, I've got a couple friends who are like that. I'm like, I get it. I do wish there was some more Matthew Lillard, but I like the idea of they should have brought William Afton up with the kids. Like, oh, this guy named William Afton murdered these kids. We couldn't figure out who he is. Or, Mike ends up finding out who owns Freddy's, and it's this guy named William Afton. And let it be a mystery, and at the end of it, we learn that Steve Raglan is William Afton. There just should have been a little bit more nuggets in there, but I think people wanted too much of Matthew Lillard in the movie. I think he was in it enough. I just think they could have brought the lore of William just a little bit sooner to have that reveal at the end. But that's just me. Abby was cool. It gave that childhood connection. Personally for me, we didn't have to have it. We didn't need it. I don't think Abby was a catalyst to make sure Mike kept going, but you could have had a different catalyst for him. I just don't think Abby should have been there. But it's a family horror film, and I say horror film lightly because it's more of a thriller comedy than it is a horror film. But that's just this one man's opinion. Hold on, man. I've had this sore throat for like weeks. Abby was okay, not really needed in my opinion. She was that connection between him and the animatronics, but I just feel like there could have been something else there. I feel like they could have went the route of Vanessa, helping him, and that's why the animatronics were, calm. But as time went on, like they could have gotten more rampant and whatnot. I don't know, because also the picture showing them that Afton killed them, I got it. It just was weird for me because we don't do that in the games. But it is what it is. All in all, I love the movie. I enjoy it. I will watch it so many times. I'm here for the sequel. There was a reviewer who said like he had the worst audience. They were and it's like, oh, we didn't have that. We had a great time. We were all laughing. My wife pretty much led the laughs the majority of the time. She was laughing for anybody else. I don't know how nobody caught it was Matt Pat at first. When you have that profile shot of him walking up to him, hey, welcome to Sparky's. I was like, oh shoot, honey, that's Matt Pat. She's like, is it? And then it goes to his like close up, and it's like, oh, the whole audience went, ah! And I was like, really? How did y'all not notice that was him? When he walks up, Matt Pat has a distinct voice, and then they were all cheering so much that you couldn't hear him say, oh, it's just a theory. And it's just like, I heard it, but nobody else heard it. So there was that. Again, this is just a very quick review, like not very much I can really say. But I'm excited for a sequel. I always come, like there's another complaint about I always come back. I'm like, I think it fits. It's just him setting up. Look, man, I'm not done here. Y'all think you're gonna kill me? I always come back. And he puts the golden Bonnie mask on, and then they drag him off, never to be seen again until down the road. But I loved all the animatronics. I loved the fact that we got the spirits. So what I say is this movie is a conglomeration of 1 through parts of 3. So 1, 2, and 3. You could say almost 4 because of the dream theory. That being said, if that's the case, the next movie could be Sister Location, or we're going to jump into a conglomeration of Sister Location, Security Breach, FNAF VR. Something is going to happen in the sequel that is going to change the course. This is a different canon. It's like a skewed canon from the actual canon of the games. But that's nothing new. We had the books. The books are a little skewed canon. But yeah. So, by the way, I might be doing some Glam Rock Freddy like videos in the future because I really like this cosplay I made. Also, update on the Security Breach musical because I haven't talked about that in over a year. We're back, revamped. The madness never ends. So we're actually putting on this show in March of 2024. I am in the final phases of writing the script. I will be sharing demos with all of you here on YouTube. I'm really excited to jump back into it. Your boy is playing Freddy Fazbear. I gotta fix my voice because my voice is a little shot. But your boy's playing Freddy Fazbear. I'm very excited. We have a whole lineup of people that I've worked with before that are playing these other characters. I will throw y'all for a loop. We are bringing Glam Rock Bonnie into this show. He was supposed to be in the show originally, but I've got Monty that's one thing that always bothered me with Security Breach. There was no drummer, and I was like, you're missing an opportunity here with Monty Gator. Like, make him the drummer. And so I'm like, okay, Monty's the drummer, Bonnie's the bassist. Perfect. And in this story, you might see how Bonnie ends up dead. But it is a different canon than the game is. I'm taking things from the game lightly, and I'm kind of tweaking things to kind of make the story flow just a little bit better. Gregory isn't Gregory. Gregory is Greg. He's older. He's a high schooler. Cassie is in this show as well. There are just things that are different, and I cannot wait to show and share this play with you, this musical with you, because it's going to be a journey, and I'm so excited to be able to do it finally. So my review, I'll just go ahead and give it to you, even though I just talked about a little bit of things. I give it a solid 9 out of 10. Would see it again. I know there's people who gave it a 4 out of 10. I know people, friends of mine who are not FNAF fans, who, gave it a 5 out of 10. They were just kind of like, it's all right. The aesthetic was great. I just thought the story was low, and I'm like, oh man, that sucks. But anywho, that's what I'm gonna do. More reactions are coming. I need you guys to put in the comments below, who do you want me to react to more than Stupendium. I want to jump back into this full force, get this going. I know I have moments where I stop, but opportunities come up and then they fall. And it's like, the thing is, YouTube will always be here, and I want to come back to you guys and keep going, keep shooting it up. Not like that. And we're going to get there, man. We're going to get there. We're on our journey to get 2,000. We're going to keep going until we get our first million. Let's go. I'll see you guys in the next video.